Hello, everybody. Give me just a couple seconds here to get everything up and started. It's done again. Okay. I will go ahead and get started. This call, I'm going to, whoa, Gina, you're screen sharing. Hang on. Did everybody else see that? I didn't even see there she is. Okay. Now. So today we're going to chat a little bit about role playing, and I want it to be very interactive, and I want to hear from you and what, you know, exact conversations you guys are struggling with. I think that's what I see all day long on the team page is, you know, my client said this or my coach said this and I don't know how to respond, or you know, how do I turn the conversation into beach body and different things like that. And so that's what I want to focus on today. I'm going to go over a few announcements first. We have our sneak peek going on right now. Make sure you are tagging your potentials that are in the sneak peek. That way we can make sure that they see it. Tomorrow I want you guys to send your potentials a message saying, hey, just checking in to see if you guys had any, or if you had any questions about the sneak peek so far. If you're enjoying it, type message, just super casual. And then we'll do the same thing on Friday. So we'll follow up with them again on Friday, making sure that we answered any questions that they had about coaching, okay? I think these sneak peeks are very important. I also know that it's easy to forget about, so make sure you're checking with your potentials. It's going to be easy for them to skip the notifications. People are not on Facebook like we are, as you know. So make sure you're on top of them. Good job tagging your potentials, Addie, as we speak. Size Challenge Pack is still on sale for $140. 21-Day Fix and 21-Day Fix Extreme are still on sale for $140, and then 21-Day Fix and 21-Day Fix Extreme Kickstart packages, which include 3-day refresh, are still on sale this month. Make sure you guys are taking advantage of those sales. 21-Day Fix is for any single person that came at you with any single issue, okay? So make sure you're taking advantage of that program. When it goes up to $160, it's 10 times harder to promote, believe it or not. So, Jen, shut that kid up. I'm just kidding. Okay, it's 10 times harder to promote it whenever, you know, it goes up to $160. Even though it's $20 more, people are like, oh my gosh, that's so expensive. So take advantage of it while it's only $140, okay? Make sure you're focusing on locking Success Club in this week. Next week is Thanksgiving. The week after that, you guys are all going to have food babies and not be motivated. So let's make sure we have locked in Success Club this week, okay? Act like this week is the last week of the month, okay? You've got 5 days left to lock in Success Club. Let's push for it. Let's do the follow-ups that we need to do, have the conversations that we need to have. Hopefully this call helps a little bit to get those closed. Make sure we follow up with our potentials in the sneak peek. You know, it's just it's time to get uncomfortable. We have to get uncomfortable now so we're not stressing over Thanksgiving. We're not, you know, stressing on the 30th when you're done with your Thanksgiving and family stuff. You know what I mean? Make sure you get it in before that. Before the 20, whatever it is, 25th or 26th. When's Thanksgiving? 26th? 25th. Whatever. Okay. Fall Classic, also. It's happening. How are your Fall Classic teams going? Good, bad, yeah, good. Okay, make sure you're still interacting with them. I saw a couple stink eyes. Make sure you are still interacting in your Fall Classic teams, okay? If you were the only person that's locked in Success Club so far, private message your teammates and say, hey, let's help get you to Success Club. Where are you at right now? Like, what can I do to help? Post it publicly. If you guys have a little private group, post it in that group. As a coach who has hit Success Club already, it's your job to kind of enforce and lead these other people on the team, whether you were the captain or not. The captain might not even have any Success Club points. So you, as a leader, if you've elected in Success Club, take that step up and encourage the rest of your teammates, because it's going to pay off for you guys. It's so important that all 3 of you hit at least Success Club 5. Okay. Thursday, I didn't do our announcement for the Amazon gift card because the Diamond Retreat was Thursday, and I got distracted, and then I got busy, and then I never got it done. So I'm going to do the payouts for the Amazon gift card for last week's PV earners today, okay? Dusty Epperson got the first one for $50. She got 956 PV. So that was cool. Sarah Cooley, 600 PV, and Addie Yoder, 540 PV. They all get the Amazon gift cards. And guys, this is every single week. Like, we give away $100 a week to people who are doing something. All right. Anything you buy or sell contributes to your PV. So make sure you are focusing every single week. Like, Addie's won it a couple times. Like, I'm pretty sure I paid for like a month of her Shakeology or something so far with these gift cards and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's super, to me, I would be like, heck yeah, it's, nothing out of your pocket as long as you're just doing something in the business. So remember that. Every Thursday or Tuesday of the next week, we give out, PD books. Everybody loves Amazon, right? You can pretty much get everything on Amazon. And just think, you can probably buy all your Christmas presents from Amazon too. Maybe groceries. All right. So we'll dig into the meat of this call, and I really honestly want some help with it. So I want to have you unmute if you have something you're thinking about now, or you've been stuck in the past, or you need help with a specific conversation. I will literally help with an exact conversation if you need it. I just feel like so many of you come to me daily and post on Luxe Republic daily. And are just struggling with how to transition your conversation or how to even start a conversation. So I guess that's where I want to start, is just by opening it up and seeing if anybody needs help with a conversation or a specific script or nothing. I love how quiet you guys are. Stephanie, go ahead. Yay! Oh, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, so I've had a couple of conversations for coach potentials. They want to talk to me in person, which is great, except for our schedules absolutely never match up. So then they completely lose interest, and I can't seem to, they want to hear me tell them instead of see it in text. I'm not sure how I can get them to just deal with the text because our schedules just don't match up.
Well, I would honestly just say that if you guys have been trying for however long to get together and your schedules aren't matching up, say, hey, obviously our schedules aren't matching up. Can we, talk via email or Facebook Messenger even? Try to do like the voice memos back and forth, if that makes sense. I do that a lot.
She could set up a Zoom call. My sister and I are doing two with two potentials tonight. That way they get to see our faces and kind of, a little bit.
I do FaceTime a lot with people, and it's awesome.
Like
Zoom, FaceTime, FaceTime from my phone. I can do it from my computer, and Zoom is great. So
yeah,
same feeling. You get to build that relationship face to face without having to leave.
Yeah. And if it's something where that's the issue, like you can't even, be on a computer at the same time or on your phone at the same time, do the voice memo. Honestly, like I'll send a voice memo to somebody and then they respond at like 4 a.m. because that's the only time they have. And then I'll respond at like 8 p.m. and then they'll respond at 4 a.m. You know what I mean? So it might just last longer and take longer for you to actually close the deal, but at least you're progressing. You know what I mean? So I would send her a voice memo and say, hey, obviously our schedules aren't going to work out or aren't matching up where we can get on the phone together. Do you mind talking over a voice memo? Something like that. That makes sense?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Guys, get pen and paper out too. I want you to like legit write down responses and save them and be able to like paste them. Paste them if you can. Like, I want you to be able to use these in the future because there's nothing, I don't think there's one thing that I do that's like, oh my gosh, Rain is a magician. I just literally say the same thing to every single person when I have conversations, the same exact thing. Whether it's, they're trying to take it in 2 different routes, I always bring it back so that I can ask them questions and find out more about them. I have a lot of coaches that send me conversations and they go just like straight to it. And they send a paragraph about what a challenge is, what program they're going to get. And it just doesn't work like that. We can't have conversations that quickly, right? It has to kind of be a drawn out process, which is not fun. And you may want to lock the deal in 20 minutes, but it doesn't always happen that way. So, go ahead, Jessica.
Hi, I wanted to ask how you're doing with your Instagram reach outs that you talked about on the last call. I've been going around like searching certain hashtags, been able to like look through people's profiles, see if they're posting about coaching, and if they're not, reach out. I'm just wondering, how are you taking the conversation to convert it? Let me have your email, or like, where are you on Facebook?
I am very simple, and if I'll like follow somebody or, stalk people a little bit. And if I'm seeing, that they're posting about workouts or anything like that. And I obviously stalk them a little bit and make sure that they're not an actual coach. Like I'll go down and look and see if they're posting about Shakeology or anything like that. And if they're not, then I go and I comment on a couple pictures. I'll say like, I love this picture, or I love your page or something on a couple pictures. And then on like my 3rd picture, I usually say, you've got to be coaching. Let's chat. And then I leave my email.
Do you do that in like one day? Like you're scrolling through their profile stuff and you're like, picture, I like, comment. Okay. I
do. Yeah. It's like my first comment's usually like, I love this picture or cute picture or something like that. And then I'll say, oh my gosh, I love your page. And then I'll say, girl, you've got to, to kind of progress up, like I'm like looking at them is how I do. Yeah. And it's crazy how well that's actually worked. Because they're like, oh my gosh, I should be, what?
That comment is just open, like you put it on one of their, okay.
Yep. I just comment on one of their pictures. Just any picture that, usually like a workout picture or a food picture or something like that.
Raina, have you ever done like the direct messages on Instagram?
I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't.
I've been told that's creepy.
To me, I don't even check mine when I get them. Like I'm like, I don't want a picture of a penis on my Instagram or something all of a sudden. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to have to talk via picture.
Well, now they have it so that you don't need a picture. You can just do messages.
Really?
So I've been doing that, but I'm going to try your way too, just to see if that gets more engagement.
Okay. Yeah.
Or responses.
I haven't done it yet.
Samantha, I did it that way too for a bit. And I've got one potential out of it, but that was like out of 25 messages. So the conversion on that wasn't very successful.
Okay.
I feel like it just is a little bit more, I don't know, interactive and personal, even though a message is personal, but I'm like, you can copy and paste messages, and that's what I would think someone was doing to me. You know what I mean? So like where I can go and specifically like comment on one of their pictures that stands out to me, I think it's worked a little bit better.
Okay.
But yeah, and then I read, like I said, I posted yesterday, I finished reading that Jab, 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 Right Hook. And it taught, guys, if you haven't gotten that book, you need to read it. Like whether you're a coach status or 18 star, whatever you are, like it's going to help you as far as your posting and things like that. It kind of reinforces how important it is to have good pictures. Like a selfie like this every single day is not something that's going to like catch people's attention. You know what I mean? Like we have to kind of mix it up and make them attractive and, add a filter and just make them eye-catching. Like the purpose is when people are scrolling that they like stop and it just grabs their attention for a second. I know you guys scroll through your newsfeed and there's just certain things that you like stop on because it's like, oh, that's a cute picture. Oh, that's a cool scenery or whatever the case may be. But it really focuses on that. And it talks about on Instagram how important hashtags are. I know there are a lot of us that, like for me, I used to I mean, 6 months ago, I was like copy paste all these Instagram like patches like every 3 minutes, like Shalene said, or something. And I stopped doing that for a long time, and I just kind of got bored with it. But it talks how important it is to, even in your status, like as you're typing a status, because I copy and paste the same thing on all 3 platforms. So like if I wrote something on Facebook and it was like a 2-sentence thing and copied it over to Instagram, I would add in hashtags, say, it's my hashtag workout today, where it wouldn't say hashtag workout on Facebook. Does that make sense? So I'm like adding different, it's like the material has to be different almost on Instagram versus Facebook. The pictures, obviously, on every platform are what's most important. I'm going to start on Pinterest, and it talks about how important photos are on Pinterest, because that's what Pinterest is photos, just like Instagram. So highly recommend that book. I mean, it's just insane. I redid my blog so that it was like more of a stopping point, like a central location versus like a blog. Like I'm not a blogger. I attempted it and I failed miserably at it. And so versus having to like write content all the time, it's just a single like website, like a stop, here it is. I have like a contact me button. I have a become your own boss button, which leads them to an application about like my application process for becoming a coach. I have a start your fitness journey tab, which leads them to a challenge group application. I have my Facebook tab. I have like my description. I have my transformation story. I have a little spot about our team, which takes them also to the coach application. I have a tab called monthly must-haves, where you click on it and it takes you to Pinterest. And on Pinterest, I'm uploading like whatever's on sale that month. I'll probably upload like 21-day fix transformations or size transformations, and then change it every single month so that when they click there, they kind of see the current, stuff. And then I have a link for my wellness group, which is my all-round challenge group. That takes them to my challenge group form. So it's just, I don't know, that book was like a game changer for me, seeing how different every platform needed to be, but also the same. Do you agree, Heather? You finished it too. Haven't you finished it?
After seeing that, there's things like I'll notice people doing, like where they hashtag a zillion times on Facebook, and I'm like, that's all wrong. That's not this platform. So yeah, and I actually got it from the library, but I'm going to buy it because literally it was that good. Like I want to go just highlight stuff so I can use it as a resource to keep going back to.
Yeah, I completely agree. It just kind of like, I did great with social media before, but it kind of like enhanced what I was already doing, or my thought process. Like it was saying, don't just post content because you're supposed to post 3 to 5 times a day. Like be intentional about it. Content for content is just, it's a no-no. You want to be intentional with every single post. And so definitely a game changer. Yeah. Jab, 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 right hook. Yes. Anybody else? I want to get back to scripting and conversations, and yes, you can unmute yourself.
Okay. Hey, it's Alyssa. Okay, so pitching the coach, I feel like mine never goes as smoothly as group does. And I'll say something and then they'll question back, and it ends up getting really confusing. And I feel like I lose a lot of people there because they feel like, I don't know, I feel like they ask questions and then it's like, oh yeah, and there's that fee, and then there's that. And so they feel like maybe there's some hidden things in there I'm not telling them. I don't know.
Sometimes I get people that think that, and they just ask too many questions.
Yeah.
You don't really need to know all that right now. Just like, so that happens to me, but I'd say probably on 1 out of 10 people that I send that link to. Okay.
Okay.
So don't think that you're totally doing something wrong. But basically, so everybody write this down if you haven't heard about how to pitch the discount membership. So as soon as they've got all the information, and I've formed them, and we've talked about like 21-day fix, and they're ready to go, and it's $140, and they're like, okay, how do I sign up? I immediately, and this is the same thing across the board. I don't add anything. I don't take away anything. I don't make it any harder than it is. Like I kind of dumb it down for them. And I say, okay, do you want to start with the discount membership or the regular membership? Right? Simple. Everybody knows how to ask that. 9 out of 10 times they say, what's the discount membership? And then that's where I go into, it's a way for you to save, it's a way for you to save 25% on your next workout, next Shakeology, and it really saves you money if you plan on doing more than one group with me. I say it's only $15 a month starting your second month, and you can cancel it anytime, okay? From there, it's just the club membership that they're unaware of, right? But when they're signing up, it's going to explain the club membership, how they get it for free for 30 days. They also get an email after they are signed up explaining what the club membership is and saying, click here if you don't want to continue after the 30 days, where they can unenroll. So you are not like scamming anyone or like trying to like avoid, like I don't even mention the club membership because it's all done for them, okay? Because I know like I'll get messages too sometimes where I was charged 15 and 107 and 40, and I'm like, okay, you didn't read anything, first of all, but know also that Coach Relations is very good and quick to refund those $40 club membership fees and get them canceled.
Okay.
He just got back from the vet. Hi. I know. Okay, let me take him.
Yeah.
I'm on my gosh. Did he do good?
He did great.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Come here, buddy.
He had to get shots.
Ugh.
Okay. So yeah, so I'm always explaining like the discount membership, savings, and when I say, if you plan on doing more than one group with me, it's going to save you money. That's usually the thing where they're like, okay, I'm not going to just do it for 21 days and then stop. Usually they want to continue on. And so I kind of add that in there to create a little bit more value for it. And then I just send them a coach sign up link. I still have people that are like, I'll just start with the regular membership. And I usually add in, okay, that's totally fine. I'll get you the link for that. Just know that if you want to do the discount membership in the future, it's going to be an extra $40. They usually change their mind at that point, okay?
Do you feel like do a lot of people get confused after you send them the coach sign up link on how to purchase the challenge pack? I feel like I'm constantly having to walk them through how to find their challenge pack, and I didn't know if there was a simpler way to do that.
You know what? Honestly, it's a simple process. Every single one of you have gone through it, but people just get distracted and don't pay attention, and they literally just don't focus on what they need to be doing, right? Honestly, so usually when I send the link, I'm like, okay, here's your link. Click it, fill in your personal information, and then it's going to prompt you to pick your challenge pack. And I say that before I send every single link. Like it's like a copy paste.
Okay.
And then it'll prompt you to pick your challenge pack. Sometimes we have those people that like browse around and then they end up getting like the program separately, or they end up coaching and not signing up with the challenge pack and yada, yada, yada. I mean, that happens. But I always try to get one step ahead of them and give them the directions exactly that they need to help them get set up correctly the first time. But, it happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Just got to kind of explain it to them, dumb it down for them, walk them step by step through everything, hold hands. Yeah. But that discount, I know it's changed a lot of people's game. Like, it's been huge. Bye. It's been huge for my business. I know it's been huge for a lot of the diamonds that we have on this team. And even their coaches underneath them. So I always mention it every single time, no matter what. You guys, does everybody else say that? Like the discount membership, you guys use that line? Yeah. Okay. What else? Where else do you guys get stuck?
I've had a lot of people in the last 2 days, because once I got back, I went like full force down from like July. Like I went to the very bottom of my inbox and was like, hey, I haven't messaged you since May. Hey, I haven't messaged you since July. Let's chat. Yeah. So I sent out like 50 yesterday. So I've gotten a lot back. And some of them are like, why did you want me to be a coach in the first place? Like, why do you think I would be good? Which I haven't gotten that before. And I'm like, well, you have a great transformation. You loved 21-day fix. You're already sharing the product. And then they're like, yeah, you're right. And then I'm like, I don't know what to say after that.
It's at least like 11:45.
Okay.
Sorry, say it's time to get paid.
Okay, great. You ready to get started?
Time to get paid.
Honestly, and I try to like talk to people like they're in front of me and like it's us at the Diamond Retreat, like all sitting in a big circle and be like, why aren't you doing it then? You know what I mean? Like I'm very quick to be like, just blunt and to the point with people in conversations and let them know, like, you know, I think you're make a good coach because you already have this transformation. You're already posting about it. And she's like, yeah, you're right. And I'm like, then let's get you signed up. What are you waiting for? What's your hesitation? Or why aren't you, you know what I mean?
That's what I wrote. I'm like, what's the risk? And she's like, well, what if I fail? I'm like, then you can get your money back. Like, you have nothing, like there's no contracts, there's no commitments. It's all like your business. That's what I tried to say. So I'm waiting to see what she writes back. By the way, your headband's really cute.
Hey, you like it? Corey got me this picture. Like, oh, I love it. I love how white it is. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was hoping you'd be on. Are you at work right now?
Oh, you mean the job I resigned from today?
Today.
Congrats, Ari.
I may or may not have cried like as I was walking in the door, and she goes, "You're not resigning, are you?" And I go, "Yeah, I am."
I don't believe that you cried, though. I don't believe it.
You're not a crier. Definitely not a crier.
I think I've cried. Like, I don't need to cry until like next February. I think I'm good.
That's awesome. Okay, Kara, go ahead.
My big issue is I'm getting a lot of likes on my pictures, but not a lot of comments. Do you guys normally reach out to the people who have liked your pictures? And if so, what is the conversation that you normally start up with them?
Kara, what's your last name?
Lodois.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm going to look you up first just to stock your profile to see why people may not be commenting. Okay. Oh, yeah, Woodowis. Okay.
Laguna.
I'm in trouble.
And I know, no, you're fine. I'm going to call you up. Now, I know that there are a lot of mixed answers in this. I know some people that do message people that like their page. I do not myself, but you can. I mean, it just kind of it's totally up to you. But I know that, you know, some people will say, you know, hey, thanks for liking my post, or you know, what are you doing to start your own health and fitness journey, or something like that. Or Denise has a similar issue. Yeah. Or, you know, thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. And just kind of leaving it at that to see what they say back. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times that opens up a door for people to say, yeah, you're welcome. I follow your posts. I love what you're doing. I'm looking, you know, I've been wanting to get started in something like this, or something like that. You know what I mean? It kind of opens the door to start that conversation. So simple messages like that are fine. Okay, so you need to be posting more. Like,
I need to...
way more.
Okay.
Okay, because the last post you had, you shared a picture yesterday, but the last post you had before that was on November 11th. Okay, so guys, and this is not just you, Kara, because I know there are a lot of coaches who do this, and they're kind of like hit or miss posters, right? You have to post every single day. If you are inconsistent with your posting, people are going to see you as inconsistent, right? They're going to be like, I don't even know if she's doing that thing anymore. I don't even know if she's working out anymore. She might hate Shakeology now because she never talks about it. You know what I mean? You have to make sure that you are getting those posts in 3 to 5 times a day. If you struggle with posting, shoot for 3 times. You don't have to go balls to the wall like I do, or like a lot of other coaches do. You can start slow, but you have to be present on social media. If you're not, people aren't going to be interested in what you're doing. Okay, that's the number one way for us to get sales, coaches, challenge packs. All of it is by posting. Okay, I want you to grab that book, Jab, 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 Right Hook. Okay.
I wrote it down.
Okay, good. I want you to use that, or get that book and read that, because it'll help a lot. Just kind of reinforces the importance of posting and sharing to social media, because that's, I mean, unless you're just having hundreds of conversations face to face, you need social media. That's how we grow our business.
Yeah. Second thing to go along with that, a lot of people who have liked it, when I've seen them in person, they've approached me about it in person, but then I always feel caught off guard, like I need to look something up, or I don't have the proper information. So I don't want to.
No. Yeah, I am so thankful that we work through social media and Messenger. Like, I always tell this story. Yeah, I like, why are you asking me questions? Like, that's what I do in public when people ask me something. I hate it. Like, I remember when I first, I'm not kidding either. I remember when I first started and we went to church and I had a couple people come up to me and be like, what's Beachbody? What's this thing you're doing? And I was like, I have no idea. Like,
That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah, it's exactly what I say. And I'm like, even now, being, 2.5 years in and where we are, I'm still like, we set people up with workouts. Why? Like, I just don't really know what to say in person, where on social media I can be like, yada, 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 you know what I mean? So my go-to when people are like, what's this Beachbody thing you're doing? Or, tell me about this thing that we talked about, or your challenge group. I just tell them that we're, I'm like P90X, Insanity, those programs. Yeah, we set people up with those based on their goals. So nutrition plan, and Shakeology, and yada, yada, yada. From there, they usually ask questions, and it makes me a little bit more comfortable. But it's that initial, what do? You know what I mean? That makes me very uncomfortable. So think of a script or something in your mind that you can just, like, what was it, the elevator speech? Is that what they called it?
30-second elevator speech.
30-second elevator
Sum up what
speech.
you do in 30 seconds.
Yeah, sum up what you do in 30 seconds. Brett's talking for me. Sum up what you do in 30 seconds. So have that, like, little thing in your mind where you can just rattle it off. Like, if if you're in the elevator with somebody and they're like, what do you do? And you can explain it in 30 seconds. Get that down. Even if you need to write it down and memorize it, that's what I do.
Perfect. Awesome.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than having to talk to people in person.
It's so much more scary.
It's not, because especially as a new coach, you're like, I don't really have a full grasp on all this yet, and I don't even know how to explain half of this to you, so it's hard. I know. So get your elevator speech down, and then man, I am so dependent on social media, it's not even funny. So, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you just have to be there, right? You just have to be present.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Gretchen said, my coaches are having trouble moving from form to direct combo talking Beachbody. Rachel agreed. Similar issue. People will like all my stuff until I post about the Beachbody opportunities in silence. Denise, I want you to read Jab, 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 Right Hook also, because it talks about how okay. It also talks about how the jabs are like all the seeds planted, right? They're like the workout picture. They are the funny meme. They are the picture of your food. They are the night out with your family. Somebody's got a lot of background. I'm going to try to mute. It was Kara. Sorry. I muted you. No, it's not Kara. I'm going to mute everybody. Hang on. I'll mute you, and then just unmute yourself if you have a question, or I'll try to unmute you. But yeah, so you're jabbing for, a long time. And then that way, like, your purpose during these jabs is to get interaction, right? Because Facebook shows people what they like. So like if I have a post and I get 2 likes on it, or, Kara, you post something and you get 20 likes and 2 shares, Facebook's going to favor you, and you're going to get pushed to the top of people's newsfeed. And that's what your purpose is. Your goal is to get people to like, comment, and share your posts. I did an experiment because that book also tells you to stay up on current events. And I'm like, I hate talking about current events because I feel like that's all our newsfeed is like, look at the red cup, like, pray for parents. Not that it's bad, right? Pray for parents. But it's like filled with your newsfeed, and you're kind of like, as a coach, like, that's the last thing you want to talk about because it's just going to get hidden, but it doesn't. Like, I posted about that red cup and got like 12 shares. I posted about the red cup and where in the heck is Glenn, right? From Walking Dead. I posted about that the next day and got like 4 shares. And then I posted about, Pray for Paris, a picture that, was all over Facebook and social media. I posted it and people shared it. And so when I was able to make a right hook, which is a business opportunity post, or a challenge group post, or an email me here, or drop your email below post, that is automatically pushed to the top of people's feeds because they've interacted with me through all my jabs. Does that make sense? So the purpose every single day on social media is to jab the crap out of people. Plant your seeds, show them what you're doing every single day, show them that you love Shakeology, show them that you have a family, show them that, you have you love tennis, or, everything. Show them your workout pictures. Those are all your jabs, building up and making engaging pictures and things like that. And then you throw out those right hooks, and Facebook's like, yeah, people love her, so let's just put it to the top of their feed. and you get more attention on it. So if you're a coach that's struggling and you're posting, 1 or 2 times a day, and it's just a sweaty selfie, and it's the same sweaty selfie you post every single day, and then you start a business opportunity post and you get nothing, that's why. Okay? So again, this book causes you to rethink your entire strategy on social media because it's so technical. You think it's just Facebook's fun, let's just post pictures and share stuff. But if you want to grow a business on it, you have to be very strategic. Okay? I don't even know if that answered a question. I got on a roll there. Okay. Denise, comment on there if you want me to look at your page publicly or not. Then Rachel, sure, she said that was fast. Okay, so I'm going to go to Denise's page. Denise said, if you have a chance, can you look at my page and see what I need to do more or less of? I missed out on the last call you and Brett did that on. So the critique your page. This is Denise DeHammers, right? Yes, okay, perfect. Okay, so, sorry. I didn't even know if I pronounced it right either. Okay, so I'm going to your page. Obviously, I won't do a whole critique your page thing, but I'm going to since she asked, I'm going to kind of share with the rest of the group what should be, on social media. So you've got a great cover photo. Your cover photo is got to be something that tells about you, not just scenery of a beach, not just, a picture of your dog where you can't even see your dog's head because the dimensions are wrong. You know what I mean? You have to make sure your profile, when you go to it, looks pretty, okay? And you can see everything, and things aren't cut off, and you can read the entire thing. Jab, 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 right hook. Also, I'm just going to call it Jab, okay? When I talk about Jab, the book, that one. Yay, Stephanie! Okay, so that book also talks about how more and more people are mobile now, right? And not on a desktop. So that big long cover photo we have right now that fits our pretty desktop computer, when it's mobile, is scrunched down. So go to your Facebook page on mobile and look and see, if there's any words missing, if any pictures are cut off, your head's chopped off, anything like that. And you might want to tweak it around because the majority of people that are on Facebook are now mobile. So you want to make it very mobile friendly, okay? Your profile picture needs to be you, right? Denise has it as her. She wants it to not be a dog, not be a car, not be, a picture of scenery. You want it to be you because you are the coach and you are what you're promoting. I do want to add on here because I noticed she has it, and as I go through all the different groups and stuff that we have on Facebook, I've been noticing it a lot. But if you have your job, where it says, what do you do for a living or whatever on Facebook, if it says Beachbody on there, I want you guys to take that out, okay? I don't want you to say that you work at Beachbody or you're a coach for Beachbody. Okay. The reason I say that isn't because I'm ashamed of Beachbody or anything like that, but I want people to give you a chance. If you go to somebody's page and you see that they're an It Works rep, you're probably going to be like, you know what I mean? And people have that same idea about Beachbody if they don't know what we do. So instead of coach at Beachbody, say health and fitness coach at Denise DeHammers, right? Mine, it just says health and fitness. I don't even know what mine says. Something similar, along those same lines. But you just use the phrase health and fitness coach or, life coach or something like that. But just take out Beachbody if you can. Okay, just a little tip. And then content, right? Jab, jab, jab all the time. Denise posted an hour ago about a personal development. That's perfect. Workout picture, funky pants last night. I mean, it just needs to be eye-catching. I love the workout pictures. I would love to see more of your personality come out, whether it's graphic t-shirts or smart memes or something like that, something that's going to cause people to like and share, right? A lot of times when we post a workout picture and we put a cool quote on it, a lot of times those don't get shared because, they see that all the time. We have to kind of mix it up a little bit. Share something on your social media that other people will want to share. The food, the workout, the family, that's all necessary, but we also need to kind of fill in some gaps with some fun things, some funny things, some current, social media, current events type things. Does that make sense? But other than that, that's it. But again, it has to happen consistently every single day. You can't join as a coach and then decide to post 5 times a day for 2 days and then not post for 4 days, and then you post for 2 days and then not for a day and a half, and then, you know what I mean? You have to be consistent every single day. We all get busy. We all have other things going on. We all have kids and jobs and everything. We have to fit it in. Go to the bathroom and post if you need to, but you have to be present on social media every single day. Okay? Denise, is that good? Okay. Talking to a customer at the same time. Let me know if you need help with the conversation. Should you watermark those current event photos, or is it less about you and more about just getting the Facebook shares? It's more about getting people to like and share your content so that Facebook bumps you up, right? So like on Instagram, on Pinterest, on those social media platforms, I would add a watermark, but Facebook, not necessarily. If it's a transformation picture, probably, so fat rat people don't steal it, right? But other than that, it's more just about getting yourself pushed up to the top of the views, if that makes sense. Okay, I suck at life, and I didn't know I had to download the app on my phone, so I missed a lot of this. Will it be posted later? Yes, it's always recorded, and you don't suck at life. Stuff happens. Okay, that was fun. What other questions do you guys have? I have like 5 more minutes before I have to hop off and go to parent-teacher conferences, but I want to finish and answer any other questions that you guys might have. Any other areas or of conversation that you guys get stuck on? Oh, somebody said Gretchen said transferring, this is probably a big one that we need to finish with, is going from forming and saying, oh my gosh, your kids are so cute, and where are you working now? And like playing catch up and forming with like old friends or new friends, transitioning that into Beachbody. So sometimes it's harder than others. I'm not going to tell you that like every conversation I have, I'm like, oh my gosh, you should be a Beachbody coach. Like it doesn't happen that easy every single time. But what I do in those conversations is I am so focused on asking questions that will lead them into saying something that would prompt me, it's a big sentence, that would prompt me to mentioning coaching or a challenge group. So forming, that's why forming is so important. Asking about your family, asking about their occupation, asking about their recreation. Those 3 things at some point, I guarantee people are going to talk about, people vent and like share their life stories. So they're going to talk about how, maybe they're struggling financially, or maybe they're just struggling with body image issues, or not really having the energy anymore to keep up with the 8 kids that they have when you ask about family, and, just different things like that. And so if people at any time through those conversations say something about that, say something about, needing extra energy, or working, towards their own goals or something like that, I'm very quick to say, you should think about joining one of my groups, or you should think about coaching. And they're like, oh, really? What does that mean? And there's your segue into what is this opportunity and what does it mean, and what, how it would benefit them. I don't know. I don't even know how else to explain it other than just to be very intentional about what questions you ask. We have a lot of people who, rush that conversation, and they're always like, it's not turning into anything, but they're not really asking questions to cause them to say something about their journey, right? Or when you ask about their occupation, and they turn around and ask you, oh, I'm a health and fitness coach with not Beachbody. Don't say Beachbody. I'm a health and fitness coach, and we set people up with workouts and stuff like that. It's really been awesome to have the extra accountability in my life. Something like that, right? Just different questions that you need to ask to be able to get them to talk to you and open up more about this opportunity. Does that make sense at all? Yeah? Okay. I know it's so hard. And honestly, if you guys have issues in that department, I want to see your conversation. So like send me a screenshot and be like, okay, Raina, I'm stuck. I don't know how to transition this to Beachbody. Let me help you. Okay, because I do think that it really depends on the flow of the conversation, what they said previously, what you said previously. And I think a lot of that just depends on how I kind of make that transition. And I'll be better at like sharing those conversations that I have, those random conversations about transitioning into the Luxe Republic, so that you guys can kind of have some more samples of conversations. Did that help? Probably. Okay. Brett's telling me we have to go like right now.
Parent-teacher conferences.
Parent-teacher conferences. I hope this helped. I will upload the recording. Again, if you have more questions or anything that you need, just message me or post in this in the event thread, and I'd be happy to help. Okay. All right. I'll let everybody go and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.